Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to take these files right here and turn them into this, or a version of that. Stay tuned. We're going to do the full draw. I know it's a long video, but we're going to go from nothing, a whiteboard, a couple of files, and we're going to fully draw this. So stay tuned. Files are in the description. Grab them, download them, follow along. Let's get to it. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something that every metal sign builder should know about, and that's Inkscape. I'll be showing you how to download this free, powerful design software and give you some tips on how to use it for your own metal sign designs. Whether you're new to digital design or looking for a budget-friendly tool to elevate your work, Inkscape has got you covered. All right, to get started, we're going to download Inkscape. Open up your browser and type in inkscape.org. It'll take you to the official Inkscape website. Just head on down here to the download now. Just give it a click. This website will automatically detect your operating system, whether you're running Windows, Apple, or Linux. This powerful tool will run on any of those platforms, so it's got you covered. We're just going to go ahead and download it. Going to open it up, just give it an install. Like I said, Inkscape is available for Windows, Mac, Linux, so it's got you covered no matter what system you're using. Your install should only take a couple of minutes, and then we'll jump right in. Once Inkscape is done installing, just go ahead and click the Finish button. We're just going to close on out of here. Once you have Inkscape downloaded and installed, just go ahead and open it up. Just give the icon a double click. You'll see a blank canvas and a bunch of tools on the left-hand side and across the top here. So for designing signs, I like to just go ahead and set up my canvas to the size of the sign I'm going to make. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up here to File. We're going to go down to Document Properties right here. This little window is going to open. Inkscape defaults into millimeters, so we're just going to switch this to inches by clicking right here and choose inches. This is your canvas width. So we're going to go 24 inches by like 18 inches. We're just going to close this window and hit your minus key, and that is going to zoom out. The plus key zooms in, so we're just going to zoom out here. Center our canvas. So this white square is 24 inches by 18 inches. So now we can just go ahead and start designing. Now Inkscape has a lot of tools, but today I'm just going to focus on the essentials to get you started in sign design. So first up here, we are just going to grab the circle tool right here. And let's just draw an oval. So just draw that. We're going to go back up here to the selection tool, which is this top button. It looks like a little arrow. And then we can grab our object here, hold down your left mouse button, and you can move it around wherever you want. So we are just going to kind of put it there in the center. Now up here, you see this little millimeter? We're just going to go ahead and switch this to inches. Now width, we are going to go 24 inches wide. And on height, we are going to go 18 inches tall. And that is going to be our 24 by 18 sign. Now, there are lots of ways to do this. But here's a pretty simple one. So we are just going to right-click this, go here to duplicate. Now what that did is it made two of those, and they're sitting right on top of each other. So you have one layer, a first layer and a second layer. Now with this selected, I'm just going to go down here and I'm going to grab a green color or whatever color you want, doesn't matter. Just grab a green color. We're going to go back up to the selection tool and make sure that's selected. And now here we can make this smaller. So we're just going to grab these little arrows. We're just going to make that, about the dimensions of our outer circle. So we have an outer circle and an inner circle. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come up here and we're going to hold our left mouse button. We're going to drag it over both layers, and it's going to highlight both layers. See all these arrows lit up? So the first layer is right there, and then the second layer to grab them both. Another way to grab them both is to click one layer, hold Shift, and to click the other layer. Now we're going to go over here, and these tools do a bunch of things, but right now we're just going to focus on the center tool. So make sure that your alignment is selected right here, and then click this one right here, and this is going to center it left and right. So just we're gonna be dramatic here. So I'm just gonna move it off so you can see what the tool's doing. We're gonna highlight them both. We're gonna select this tool here, and this is the center button, so that's gonna make them centered left and right. And then this button here is going to center them horizontally. So just go ahead and click that. Now the green circle is perfectly in the center of the black circle. Now we're going to go up here to path, right up here at the top, and we're going to select difference, and that's going to cut the green circle out of the black circle. So we're just going to put that back into place over here. Well, now let's make our sign a little more dynamic by adding some custom shapes. So let's do a nature scene. Let's go ahead and grab some trees. I got a bunch of trees here, so let's just make this window a little more manageable. So I got, oh gosh, I don't know how many. Looks like I got about 603 trees. So let's find some that we like. Just kind of sift through them. Maybe we'll do these. And I'm just grabbing these and I'm just pulling them into Inkscape, and it'll draw them right in here. So maybe we'll just maybe we'll just use those. We'll keep it simple. So I'm going to grab this file by holding the left mouse button, pull it over here to where I want it. We're just going to stretch them out, grow them to the size we want. Gonna kind of want to make a field, I think, maybe, kind of a deal. Just gonna grab the arrow, highlight them and grab the arrows, kind of move them around the way that we want. I don't know, maybe I don't like that. Let's just grab these ones, maybe. We're just gonna right click, duplicate. It's gonna give us 2 sets of these. Maybe we'll just go up here and hit the mirror button, which is right there, and that mirrors the picture. So maybe we'll just put these over here like this, and maybe we'll make these a little bigger in the back. See, and you can manipulate these pretty good and make them look like they're not even from the same set of trees. You know, they were identical in the beginning. So maybe we'll just do this. Kind of just kind of stuff them in there where it kind of looks good, you know what I mean? Kind of a little forest scene. So now in order to make these stick, let's do it like that. You know, you can get crazy with this, you know, do whatever you want. I mean, it's your sign design. So now that we kind of got these in place where we want them, we need to highlight them all. So we're going to hold our left mouse button, highlight all the trees. We're going to go up here to path, and we're going to go up here to union. And that's going to make all of these trees one piece. So now we want to attach them to our outer ring of the sign. So we're going to grab the left mouse button, highlight everything, go back up here to path, and we're going to hit union one more time. Now that makes the whole thing one piece. So I want all of this, like, I don't know, let's call it a field in front, black. So I'm going to hit my plus sign to kind of zoom it in a little bit. And I'm going to take my left mouse button and I'm going to double click. Now double clicking it is going to bring up all of your individual nodes. And a node is kind of a marker for, it tells your CNC machine that there's a corner, like something's going on there, something's different. So pretty much each one of these nodes, your machine moves to, stops, changes direction, and continues on. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our left mouse button, and we're going to highlight all these nodes that are inside the circle. Then we're going to hit the delete key. This little straggler, we're just going to highlight it, hit delete, grab all of these on the inside, highlight them, hit delete. And we're just going to do this with pretty much everything that is inside here. Now just click on the white area and it'll go back to the way it looks in general. Now, sometimes it looks good if you leave some trees hanging out the top. Sometimes I'll leave them hanging out the top here. I mean, it looks real nice. But let's say you don't want that and you don't want this. So just double click your thing, highlight these, and hit delete, and the shape completely changed. So we don't really want that. So we are going to back up by holding Control and hitting Z, and that is kind of like that's the undo button. So let's grab our zoom in tool here, and we're going to zoom into that spot real good. We're going to hit the selection tool up here, double click our design, and we're just going to, you see how this node is in the right spot and that one's in the right spot, and these ones are the ones that are kind of outliers. They're like in the they like don't belong there. So we're going to just highlight those, and we're going to hit delete, highlight it, hit delete, highlight it, hit delete, and then see it, now there's like a little pimple on it, right? So we're just going to grab these handles, and these handles manipulate, you know, where this is going to go. So we're just going to grab it and go like this, grab it and go like that, and, you know, just kind of continue onto the shape, and you're never going to see it. So you can't even see it. Now we're just going to hit the minus key to zoom out. We're going to do the same thing to the other side here where this tree's poking out. So we're going to grab our zoom tool right here, the magnifying glass, zoom into this, hit our node. You can either hit the node button up here, click it, and that'll bring up the nodes, or you can just double click your design here. See, so that one's in the right spot and that one's in the right spot. So we need to highlight these, hit the delete key, and we're just going to highlight everything that is outside the norm on this. And then we're just going to put these little handles back in the shape of our sign. Click off it, and you can't even tell it was there. So we're going to hit the minus key, zoom out. We're going to go back to designing. Make it a comfortable size for you. Let's put some deer in there. So I'm going to close out of my trees. I'm going to grab my deer folder. Put my deer folder on top of my Inkscape design, and let's just let's go through some deer here. And pick some deer to throw up in this. I have a lot of deer. Oh, 575 deer. Let's just grab some nice looking ones. Let's grab this one. Oops. Oh, gonna need to pick the selection tool so we can move it around. I'm just gonna pull. Oh, where'd the baby go? Just going to grab that, pull it off to the side so I can tell what I'm working with here. Grab my deer folder again. Let's see. Maybe we'll grab the daddy and the baby. We'll move it off to the side so we can see what we're playing with. Let's grab another. Maybe. Let's grab another baby. Let's grab it. We'll move it off the side. You know, you can get fun with this. You know, do whatever you want. Let's grab another doe. We'll put her over here off to the side. Another little mama. One of the hoes. Let's see. Trying to find something here. Let's grab another mama. Let's pull that mama in. Maybe let's try to find another buck. Let's see. Ooh, there's a majestic looking little daddy. Let's put him in here. Okay, so now that we got our deer elements in there, We're just going to hit the minus key a little bit so we can see what we're working with. Now, I'm going to highlight these because they're black, and you're not going to be able to see black on black. So I'm just going to, I do everything in green just because I like green. So I'm just going to highlight all these deer and hit the green button. They're going to turn green. So now we're just going to put these little guys inside of our art piece. It's got a little mama over there kissing her baby. We got daddy here standing out in front with his son keeping guard maybe. Maybe they seen a hunter, heard a hunter. They're all checking it out like, hey, what's up? Let's grab a mama. Maybe she's laying down, taking a little rest back here in the back. Got a little Bambi here. Bambi's like, whoa, what's that, Dad? Let's move Daddy over here a little bit. Put baby back here by Mama, maybe. This one over here. Got another buck here, I think. Let's mirror him. Go up here and hit the mirror tool right here. Switch him sides. He's going to be looking back like over there, like, what's going on back there? I'll move Mom. Maybe we'll move Mom over here where we can see her better. You know, and just arrange these however you want. It's your sign. You can do whatever you want. So I'm just going to hit the plus key, zoom in a little bit, see what it looks like. I mean, we've got a whole deer family maybe there in a field. So now that we kind of got that, I'm just going to click my left mouse button, highlight all of these deer, come up here to path, and I'm going to hit combine. And what that's going to do is going to tell it that it's one, that they're all one layer, they're all one piece. So now I'm going to hit shift and hold it. I'm going to hit my sign so that they're both highlighted. There's a little square around there. There's a little square around this one. And I'm going to go up here to path. I'm going to hit difference. Boop. And that's going to cut them out. So now when you throw that on the CNC machine, it's going to cut those out. Now, one thing to watch for, especially like on deer and stuff, is if their legs are crossed or, you know, you don't have dropouts. The horns don't cross because whatever's in the middle of the horn will just fall out, right? Doesn't look like this one's going to have any of those issues probably. So there's our kind of the basics of a sign. Let's get out of our deer and let's grab some mountains. Let's pull Inkscape back up, put this back on top. Maybe we'll pull in these mountains. I don't know. We're just going to get clever. We're going to turn that green so that we can see it when it overlaps things. So let's just, and you can stretch this and change the shape of them and the design of them and whatever. So maybe I'm just going to put my mountains like that, right? So I got those where I want. So I'm just going to come up here. I'm going to highlight everything. I'm going to come back up to path and I'm going to hit union. And that didn't work. So occasionally this is, so I'm going to highlight them all. I'm going to come up here to path and I'm going to hit union. And I don't know why it didn't union. And see, it didn't do anything. So when it does that, on occasion, you come down here to this spot. It's going to tell you you have two objects. So this is a path, which is what you want. A path is cutoutable. An object is not. An object's like a photograph or something almost. But this one's a path as well. But when you go to highlight them both, it says you have 7 objects now. I don't even know what the hell that's about. But so we're just going to hold Control. We're going to hold Shift, and we're going to hit G. And now it says 5 objects. Hit G again. 4, 3, 2, 1. Until it says no groups. Just keep hitting Control Shift G until it says no groups. When it says that, you can come up here to Path, and you can go to Union. And that can get pretty frustrating. Like, it took me a long time to figure that out when I was brand new. So now we got the mountains in there. Let's maybe put an eagle in there. Just go to the eagle folder, see what we got. Let's grab a majestic looking bird here someplace. I don't know, you know, and you, like I say, you play around with this. This is all your deal, man. You can do whatever you want. Just grab this eagle, put it in here. Come over here, grab it. Let's just put him up here. He's just cruising around, man. So now he's up there. You know, and maybe it's dark. Let's put a moon in there. Screw it. Let's put the moon in there. Just draw a circle, go up here to the selection tool, grab it, and we can move it wherever we want. Just going to grab everything. Oops, we're going to grab the eagle, hold shift, grab the outside of this, go to path, hit union. That makes it. Now, I have no idea why it's telling me that eagle is 7 objects, but it is not. Hold Control Shift and hit G until it says no groups. Go up here to path, hit combine, and then hold Shift, your outer sign. Go back up to path and hit union. Now it's one piece. Do the same here. Click your moon or your sun, whatever it is. Hold Shift, click the outside of that. Go to path, hit union. Now, I don't know. I guess that doesn't look horrible. I'm gonna hit Control Shift or Control Z, which is undo. I don't really like the position of that sun right there for some reason. So I'm gonna put my sun over here, I think. Back to holding Shift, click both things. Union. That looks a little better. And you know, like I said, it's fun. Do whatever you want to it. Now, let's say somebody wants like an address sign or their name on it. Okay. So we're just going to go up here to the square tool, and maybe we'll just draw a spot like this, put a name in it. So we're just going to draw, a shape for the name. Come back here to the selection tool, kind of put it so it's not covering up the deer, And now these are sharp edges. So if you double click this, it's going to bring up this little round dot, and you can pull this down, and that's going to round the corners. So let's just round the corners on that, make it look a little nicer, you know what I mean? So go back up here to your selection tool, grab your little nameplate spot, hold Shift, select your sign. That's going to select them both. We're going to go back over here to our alignment tool, and we are going to hit center. So that's going to center that in that spot. Actually, I think I'm going to make this a little smaller. And we're going to hit Shift, grab the back of the sign, center it. So then we go up to make it one piece. Remember, we got to go back up to path, and we got to hit union. Now it's all one piece. Now you can put somebody's address on there or their last name or whatever you want to do. Let's say somebody's going to put this out on the front of their house above their mailbox or something. So we're going to go over here to the text tool, and we're just going to click here. My last name is Wotan, so let's just put Wotan on it. All caps is better than big and small a lot of times. So we're just going to put this up here. So I'm just going to put my name there, hold Shift, hit the sign, and we are going to center that again. Now, when you get a text, it's not an object. It's not a path, it's an object. Highlight it, hold Shift, grab your backing plate, go up here to path, and hit difference. And that's going to cut it out. Now, the W's fine. The O, if we cut that out, that centerpiece is just going to drop out. T's fine. The E's already fine. It's already edited. And the N. So we have to make that centerpiece not fall out. So let's grab our zoom tool, and we're just going to highlight that O to zoom right in there. We're going to grab our box tool here, and we're just going to draw a rectangle. And Inkscape's going to remember what you did with this tool last time. Remember, we made the corners rounded, so I'm going to unround the corners. go back here to the selection tool, put that in the center, hold shift, select the back of the sign so that they're both highlighted, and we're just going to go back up here to union again. Now when that cuts out, that little tab is going to hold that center in there. I'm just going to hit the minus key to zoom out, and there you go. You can put this sucker on Etsy and sell it to people, cut it out for one of your cousins, put it for sale on Marketplace or your favorite social media. I mean, it's that easy. You'll get used to it over time, but that's kind of a quick scenario. Now, I think I'm going to leave a link to these particular files in the description down below. So you guys feel free to go head on over there, click that link, download the files, and play with this. Make your own designs. Post them on Etsy. I have an Etsy store, and it does a few $1,000s a month. I mean, I've had it up for a couple of years, so it's gained traction over time. And it's Tin Man Metal Work. Somebody stole Tin Man Metal Works, which kind of sucks, but whatever. Anyway, over time, I would post almost everything that I draw. I'd post it on Etsy. Etsy's super cheap, 20 cents for every 3 months, I think is what it costs. Unless you sell one or whatever. And I'll go through how to set up an Etsy store and whatever else. But selling your files is pretty lucrative over time, and it's passive income. Like I say, I hardly ever do anything with mine, and mine makes a few $1,000s a month, and I barely touch it. Anyway, watch the next video. We will make a different style of sign together. Just follow along, and over time you're going to get really good at this. Once you're happy with your design, it's time to prep the sign for metal cutting. Inkscape makes it really easy to save your file in a format that your CNC table can read. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up here to File. We are going to click Save As, and you're going to be able to name it here. You can save it wherever you want. I save mine in a SheetCam folder. I use SheetCam to create my cut paths. So maybe we'll just name this Wotan Deer Monogram. Now you can save it in SVG. You can pull down this little window. You can save it in DXF, which most tables can read. I save mine in SVG format, and then I use SheetCam to make my toolpath. But anyway, you're just going to hit save. It's as easy as that. You've just created your first sign design in Inkscape, and it's ready for fabrication. Whether you're producing drawings for customers or for just stock items, this software can help you get really professional results without the high cost of some of the design programs. I mean, you can't beat free. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this video useful, please hit the like button and hit subscribe for more tips to grow your metal sign business. Let me know down in the comments if you'd like a more in-depth video on sign design or any specific tools in Inkscape. But watch the next video. I'm going to make a series of these. I'm going to leave links in the file or in the description for the files so you can use them and make your own sign designs. Post them on Etsy and make some money. Happy designing, and I'll see you next time.